scientists have come to some surprising conclusions about the world and our place in it. Are some things just better left unknown? Science can be glorious, it can bring clarity to a chaotic world. But big scientific discoveries are by nature counterintuitive and sometimes shocking. Here are 10 of the biggest threats to our peace of mind. In an attempt to stop global warming, scientists have been experimenting with dumping several tons of iron into the Antarctic Ocean, in order to potentially fertilize the development of plankton. Despite raising a multitude of red flags raised from leading scientific organizations and health watch organizations, a new study is now calling for the practice to be even further extended as a worldwide geoengineering strategy to alter the climate via dumping hundreds of tons of iron dust into the ocean. Previous research found that by dumping the heavy metal into oceans worldwide it could not only devastate the marine life population, but deplete oxygen levels and explode the growth of certain unwanted organisms. The implementation began with a California-based company known as Planktos, a self-described private eco-restoration company. While the wide-scale iron dumping experiment was halted due to lack of funding, some are still calling for the plan to be followed through. Using a 115-foot ship, the company team members aimed to travel over 200 miles west of the Galapagos Islands, and ultimately dump 100 tons of iron dust into international water. As iron can stimulate plankton growth organisms which absorb company too, it has been touted to be a method of artificial engineering the climate with great effectiveness. In fact, one scientist named John Martin said in 1980, that a half-tanker of iron could cause an ice age. Planktos sought to dump excessive amounts of iron into the ocean, capture carbon, and then sell carbon credits to companies looking to offset their global emissions. A mission that ultimately collapsed. But now Planktos CEO Russ George and some environmental scientists are back in the saddles and looking to revisit the concept that involves selling off potentially millions, if not billions of dollars of outlandish carbon credits to major corporations. An operation that, while not only risky in regards to what we know might happen, but also what we don't know that may happen. As detailed in a UNESCO report, it is documented that such tinkering with the ocean's natural regulation is quite risky. The report states, large-scale fertilization could have unintended and difficult to predict impacts not only locally, e.g. risk of toxic algal blooms, but also far removed in space and time. Impact assessments need to include the possibility of such far-field effects on biological productivity, subsurface oxygen levels, biogas production and ocean acidification. For now, the plan has no set date or confirmation. If the organizations and individuals backing this plan get their way, however, hundreds of tons of iron may soon be dumped into the Earth's oceans without properly identifying the risks associated with the process.